Hi everybody, this is David. Thank you for watching Crazy Narcissist Ex-Girlfriend. Today I want to talk about something that most people don't want to talk about. I think there's a lot of good information in this video, and please try and get through it, because this is really something that is going to help everyone. Almost all of us carry shame around with us, and that's usually the root of all of our problems. My last video was about boundaries, and I hope that you guys would watch that one first if you haven't. Boundaries kind of got us into the trouble we got into, and we didn't keep our boundaries, our healthy boundaries, because of feelings of unworthiness, like we weren't worth it. We aren't worth it, and that is shame. That is shame. Some of the reasons we have shame is neglect, abandonment, abuse. And the reason this is so important to deal with is, this is most likely what kept you in a bad toxic relationship. Some of the symptoms of shame are things like chronic fatigue syndrome, acne, impotence, kidney problems, cancer, yeast infections, chronic pain, depression, anxiety, immune disorders, addictions. Alcoholism, drug addiction is a symptom of your shame. Eating disorders, food addictions, sex addictions, relationship addictions, products of your shame. Now, the difference between like guilt and shame is guilt is something you did. And it's something it's like I did something bad. Shame is I am bad. Shame is a feeling. Shame is you feel bad. You feel inadequate. You feel unworthy. You feel not equal. Not good enough. Not the same as everyone else. Now, I can't tell you what not to be ashamed of. I can't just say, hey, don't be ashamed of that. There's no reason to be. Because I'm not judging you. You can't look at the incident or the action or the behavior that made you feel shame. Those are your feelings. That's the way you feel. I can't make them just go away by telling you shouldn't be ashamed of that. But the other thing is I can't tell you what to be ashamed of. So when your parents told you should be ashamed of yourself, well, that should be up to you, honestly. Not what you did, how you feel about it. So how do we get rid of it? What do? We deal with it. We face it. We feel it. We can't just push it aside. If we don't deal with it, if we don't deal with what made us ashamed and the feelings of shame, we carry that with us to the point where it literally becomes who we are. And it becomes your identity. And you go through life with this shame, you don't deal with it, and that's how you feel. You feel inadequate. People based in this shame, what do they try to do? They try to be better than you. Children, high school kids that really haven't developed empathy for other people yet completely, there's bullies, right? Bullies are people based in shame, narcissists. Go check out Randy Andretti's channel, Randy Andretti. She is awesome. She'll tell you all about bullies and narcissists. They are trying to be above you. They're trying to be better than you. Why? Because they're based in shame and they feel lower than you. Now, what happens when you tell a narcissist they're not better than you, or you show them that they're not better than you, they go back to their shame and they fucking come at you in rage, don't they? So the difference is empathy. We have empathy. We feel less than equal. We feel less than people. Now, something I got to tell you is we are all different, yes, but we are all equal. We are not the same, but we're equal. There is nobody better than you, and you aren't better than anybody else. I'm not better than you, but you're not better than me. See, we're all equal. It doesn't matter. So this is about self-acceptance, not self-sabotage. Accept yourself. You go by your own rules, you know what I mean? I'm not who I'm ashamed of. I'm whom I'm proud of. So I don't need to judge myself and be that person that I was ashamed of. I need to recognize and realize my accomplishments and how good of a person I am, and realize that's who I am. That's who I am. That's the identity I choose to take, not the person that felt bad when, my father told me I was stupid for grabbing the wrong screwdriver or something like that, That's not who I am. I'm not going to base myself on that. So is what I say is question your standards and your values, because if your standards and values are someone else's and you feel ashamed of those things, it's like look at religion. How often, I see this a lot. I see gay people confused because they're Christian or Catholic, and they think there's something wrong with them. That's what they tell them. So, what are you going to do at that point in your life? And it's what I would recommend is question your standards, question your beliefs, your values. Are they someone else's or are they yours? Because they should be yours. Because if they're yours, you can change them. You can change your beliefs, you can change your own standards, and you can change your own values. So you don't need to be so ashamed of yourself. So you take that shame, you feel it, you accept it, and you say that's your shame, and no one else put that on you. That's your shame. Okay? And you can change your beliefs, your values, your standards, so you don't have to feel so ashamed of it. Now, the best number one way to get rid of this is to talk about it. And you want to talk about it with somebody that empathizes, because that is the key difference, is empathy. You talk to somebody else that has been through what you've been through or feels similar to what you feel, and they tell you it's okay after you talk about it. I'm telling you, that is absolute key. And if you don't believe me, try it. Think of something small, just as a experiment for yourself if you want. Think of something small that you might be ashamed of or feel some shame about. Tell somebody about it that you trust, okay? And, when they make you feel better about it, see how that feels afterwards. You can try it down below in the comment section. I feel ashamed of giving 10 years plus of my life to someone who abused me. Okay? That's why I'm talking about this for all of you guys. You feel shame for doing this. You're ashamed. They shame bonded with you. They made you do some stupid shit you never would do, and you feel ashamed of it, and then they accepted that of you. They later rubbed it in your face, but try it. Say something small. And if you guys can go down there and you see somebody saying something they're ashamed of, make them feel better about it. Feels good for both of you. I hope this helps, guys. Like I said, watch that boundary video. We don't have boundaries because we're too ashamed to hold them. That's why it feels awkward to hold up our boundaries and to tell somebody, hey, don't do that. You guys are worthy. We're all equal no matter what. Okay? Question your standards and values, your beliefs. Question them. Change them. Talk about your shame. Okay, guys? This is key in healing. Key. And this is key in not doing it again. Thanks, guys. Love yourself first. Bye-bye.